G'day Playmates, and welcome to another vid on Train Sim World. This one is of course featuring the brand new downloadable content, which is the Great Western Railway in the UK, which quite nicely complements the American CSX heavy haul. So basically this is a passenger DLC. However, I'm going to look at the goods aspect of it for this particular vid. So we're going to continue with the Great Western Express, and we are going to do the aggregate industry scenario, which is 45 minutes, which I've already tried before. This is the route. It basically starts at Reading in the west and heads east to London Paddington. So pretty straightforward route. I could have chosen this one, which is the high speed run, which would cover the route, but I don't really think there's much point in just zipping past at 120 odd miles an hour. So the goods scenario it is. Okay, so we discharge a rake of hoppers at the Hayes tarmac facility before working the train over to Acton Yard and preparing it for its return journey to the West Country. Okay, so the splash screens are cycling through. Right, okay, so in case you missed that, that was a good run from the West Country, but now it's time to get down to business and unload the wagons. So set up for shunting and reverse the train through the discharge facility to get these wagons unloaded. So it's got that similar feel to CSX, except the CSX has got the two coal facilities. This is an aggregate facility. So we got to use the computer slow speed control. So we've got that up here. So we select and then enter into speed control and turn the slow speed on. Set the reverser to reverse. Oops. And set the speed to 3 miles an hour. Yeah, I'll make it 280. And then start the computer. And release the brakes. Okay, that's all looking good on the gauges. And set the throttle to notch 1. Okay, have a quick look out of the out of the window. And we got the standard views. These are our aggregate wagons. And here's the unloading facility here. Okay, now a little bit about this DLC. My personal opinion is that it is graphically more demanding than CSX Heavy Haul, and that is mainly because it's a busy line. You're not dealing with just a line up and a line down. You're dealing with quite a number of lines here. Secondly, you've got the high-speed trains, so they're whizzing past at 120 plus miles an hour. I've got my just recently got rid of my Nvidia 770 card and put in a GE 1070 card, which has improved things no end. I'm still using the same processor, an i5 quad core, 4th generation. But even so, even with medium settings, the frame rates are quite demanding. I mean, at the moment, if you look on the top right hand, we're getting pushing 80 frames. But as soon as you get one of those high-speed trains whizzing by, it certainly does drop the rates. If you've got a borderline setup, I really wouldn't recommend this DLC. If you're still having a few problems frame rate wise with CSX Heavy Haul, I do feel that this is a lot more demanding. I mean, they may yet repatch it to optimize it like they did with Heavy Haul, but I don't know. I must admit I was quite looking forward to this DLC, and so far it really hasn't disappointed. There are, I think, something ridiculous. There are like over 200 timetabled trains to run with. Okay, we're beginning to unload the aggregates, which drops into the pit below. Very similar to the coal loading facility, except that loads from the top down. Anyway, back to the cab. As per Heavy Haul, great attention to detail. A couple of nice touches with this particular DLC. One particular one which I really like is you'll find graffiti on bridge walls and various places along the route, which I think is quite cool. Unfortunately, there isn't any on the rolling stock, but anyway, it's a start. As you can see in the top left hand, we're about halfway through unloading. That's a bit better. You see we took a little bit of a hit there. There must be a high-speed train. There it is. And there's a little bit of glitching graphic-wise as well. You can see that, which a few people have had. So it looks like that's got to be patched. Okay, I only got a couple of wagons to unload. Get ready to stop this machine. Okay, that's all done. Let's apply the brake. Cool. Yep. And you can see some of the aforementioned graffiti. Very nice. Okay, back into the cab. And turn the slow speed control off.
That was great work. You should get that train over to Acton Yard, where it can be prepared before the return trip to the Mendips.
Okay, in case you didn't catch that, that was great work. You should get the train over to Acton Yard, where it can be prepared before its return trip to the Mendips. Okay, so reverser will be going forwards. Oops. Forwards. Release the brakes. Wait for the gauges to 0 up. That's all good. And now we'll be throttling up. And we're going to stop 450 yards. Yep, there's another high-speed train going past. Should check the... still showing good frames, but anyway. Just throttle this down. This is also a new feature here. You can see these patches, which basically allows you to align your train up, especially for platform work. So we will apply the brakes, stop over the bridge. Okay. So we've now got to move on another 5 miles down the road. Brakes released, everything at 0, and away we go. Get out of this siding and we can get some speed up. A couple of minor gripes with this DLC. First up, the tutorials are very basic. It would have been nice to have a PDF manual specifically for this route. And as per usual, the fuse cabinets open, and so on and so forth. Okay, we can crack on. Our speed limit's 75 miles an hour. I've had a look at the Google Earth maps on this route, and the The route certainly does look authentic, especially the cement works and gasometers. This sort of building here is also reproduced correctly. Okay, first of the stations, Southall. Let's check the frame rates again. Yeah, they're still up there, up towards the 80s. With us being a goods train, I will keep an eye out for the signals. Yeah, we're getting some frame stutters here. Another quite nice feature of this is that if I'm correct, at the moment the Great Western Line is being electrified, and this is showing some of the electrification already constructed and some of it under construction. We don't use any electric trains on this particular route. There are only 3 diesel-style locos. That's quite a nice touch. That's Hanwell. Okay, we gotta look at getting our speed down a little bit. I just can't remember how far it takes to bring this to a stop. Another goods train coming past. Another small quibble, I guess, is the fact that there are only two types of goods wagons in this DLC. But then again, its main accent is on the passenger traffic. Probably slowed down a little bit too much. Really nicely modelled buildings. I really think they've done a cracking job on it. One of the DMUs going past. And if I'm not mistaken, is this Acton Station? Oh. Might be Ealing Broadway. Yes, it is. It's Ealing Broadway. Okay. Couple of yellow signals. And yep, we're branching off the main to the siding. Okay. Start applying some brake. Okay, we're allowed through here. I might move a bit further on and go up to the end here.
You'll need to refuel before the return trip, so detach from the wagons and move the locomotive over to the fuel stand.
Okay. So we have to detach the wagons and head for refueling. Okay, so let's just put the reverser into neutral. Let's hop out of the seat. And click to uncouple. Let's better make a note of okay, where the fuel is about halfway down. And I'll just check the other side. Yep, same place. Okay, let's climb back into the cab. Okay, so reverser forwards, brake off. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I don't know whether this is a glitch or not. This thing here, but I haven't seen that before in heavy haul. So I've got no idea why clicking on the mouse on the right, on the left hand side doesn't do anything. Anyway, apply some brakes. Alright, we're nicely into the siding. Okay, I think now we're going to have to set up some points. Alright, that's where we've got to get to refueling. So we need to set... Oh, this is also quite a nice new feature that when you actually mouse over, it shows you the route through the point, which is really good. Because there were problems with Cumberland Yard with some of the points not being able to see correctly. And I think that yep, that's set up correctly. So we'll be going from there, yep, through to there, and yep, it's all good. So we now need to put the thing into reverse. Let's release the brakes. There are also collectibles on this route, which I haven't really got into yet. I presume there'll be posters to put up and stuff like that, but I'm not sure what form the collectibles take at this point. So as you can see, a lot of construction work going on this route, which is adds a realistic element to it. This is our refueling area. Gotta take this far one here. So we're looking to get on this line here. Alrighty. Okay, so reverse forwards, and we better now change the points over. It's looking good. That's looking good, and we just need to set that one. Oh, and that one. Yep, there, yep. Okay. Oh, that looks interesting. Fuel pump's got the shakes on it. Okay, so let's put the reverser into neutral, and let's hop out the cab. Okay, I hope that that isn't a glitch. I hope that we can work the work the fuel pump. Okay, fuel cap off. Pick up the nozzle. Yep, so far so good. And Refuel to maximum capacity. I think that might be down there. Okay, well that was quick. Looks like we've already done it. Yeah.
Now the locomotive is ready to go. Get it hooked back up to the wagon, and that'll be you done for the day.
Okay. I didn't quite catch all that. Let's have a... okay, now the locomotive is ready to go get it hooked back up to the wagons, and that'll be you done for the day. Okay, couple to the formation as indicated. Alright, well we better get away from the shaking fuel line before it explodes. Okay, so let's have a look on the map and see what we have to do. Okay, alright, well looks like straightforward. We head everything looks to be lined up point-wise. Yeah, right, controls that. Yep, that's that. So we're basically going to be moving to here, and then point should be reset by the dispatcher then. Okay, so reverse, oops, reverse, break off. Yeah, we're still seeing this illustration here right next to the cursor. Yeah, don't know what that's all about. Alright, we will stick our head out the window, oops, and reverse. Obviously, unlike CSX, there are no turntables in this in the Great Western region because all the locos are there's no long hood or short hood. Like the GE diesels, diesel electrics, CSX. Okay, we're coming out of the yard now with the manual points, so hopefully the dispatcher has set up the rest for us. I think that will do us. Yep. Okay, so reverser forwards, brakes off, and I might just set up the speed control. You see, I don't remember, so I need to switch it on. Select speed control, I think. Okay, switch that on. Set speed is 2.8. Yep, I think that will be good enough. Right, so with a bit of luck, let's see how this goes. Maybe slow this down a little bit. Not sure whether 4 miles an hour is going to be too hefty to pick these goods wagons up. Might apply a little bit of brake. That seems to be better. Now, unlike CSX, these guys don't automatically couple. You actually have to get out once you're up against the wagons and manually couple them. Whereas with CSX it's automatically done when you shunt into them. And you can see why they call this the shed as a nickname. I think the number up here is the point score. This is a new feature that wasn't on Heavy Haul. Okay, reverser is neutral. Let's hop out and couple these guys up. Now some serious glitching going on here. Click to couple.
A job well done. Grab a break in the porta cabins by the car park.
Alright, so looks like our job's done. Go to the porta cabins for a cup of tea. Or a pot of tea. Alright, I guess I should close the door. As you can see, as per CSX, these manual points are obviously switchable. And now score an XP coming up. All done. Time taken 55 minutes. It was a 45-minute scenario, so I was sort of 10 minutes over. Okay, and there you have it, folks. Yeah, I think this is a really nice first DLC. So until next time, I'll catch you later. Okay, bye. And thanks for watching.